Have you found yourself needing to push off your knees just to stand up, or maybe climbing stairs? Feels like lifting weights. You might even notice you're feeling a little wobbly when crossing the living room and wonder, is this just what aging feels like? You're not alone. Many older adults notice these changes in their 60s and beyond. But here's something important. While these signs are often brushed off as normal aging, they're actually early red flags for something very real, a condition called sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. What makes sarcopenia tricky is that it comes on quietly. There's usually no pain, no swelling. Just a slow decline until one day, standing up from a chair or walking across the room feels like a real challenge. But here's the encouraging news: you can turn it around, and often in just a matter of days. No intense workouts, no expensive therapy. Just 3 essential vitamins taken at the right time and in the right way. In this video series, we'll walk you through exactly which nutrients you need, how they work, and how to safely include them in your daily routine. And if you stay with me to the end, I'll share a simple daily regimen that many seniors overlook. Yet it's helped countless people regain strength, balance, and confidence. After the age of 60, your body starts to change in subtle but significant ways. Your bones may become more fragile, your circulation can slow down, and your muscles, especially in your legs, may begin to lose power. The surprising part? Most people aren't even aware it's happening. In fact, according to the American Geriatric Society, older adults lose 1 to 3% of their muscle mass every year after 60. That means you could lose up to 15% of your leg strength in just 5 years and not even notice until everyday tasks start feeling harder. Let's break down the main causes of this gradual loss of strength. First, vitamin deficiencies. As we age, our stomach produces less acid, and our digestive system becomes less efficient at absorbing nutrients. This leads to lower levels of key vitamins like vitamin D3, which helps your muscles contract and supports balance, vitamin B12, which is vital for nerve function and communication between your brain and muscles. And another, often overlooked vitamin we'll discuss later, essential for energy production in your muscles. Even if you're eating a balanced diet, you may still be lacking these nutrients. Second, poor circulation. When your blood flow slows, your legs receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients. The result, fatigue, heaviness, cramps, especially during normal daily activity. Third, less physical activity. It's understandable many people naturally begin to move less with age. But when your legs don't get regular movement, they weaken faster. And even if you are staying active without the right vitamins, your muscles can't fully recover or grow stronger. The solution is targeting those vitamin deficiencies. Studies show that restoring the right nutrients at the right time can noticeably improve leg strength, balance, and energy, often within days or weeks. Let's start with one of the most powerful and overlooked vitamins for leg health. If you've heard of vitamin D3, you probably associate it with bone health. And that's true. It plays a key role in helping your body absorb calcium. But it does much more than that. Think of D3 as the master switch that reactivates your whole system, your nerves, your muscles, and your balance. After age 60, your skin becomes less efficient at producing D3 from sunlight. Your liver and kidneys also slow down the conversion process. Add in less time outdoors, and it's easy to become deficient without even realizing it. What happens when you're low on vitamin D3? Your muscles feel sluggish and heavy. Standing or climbing stairs becomes tiring. You may notice more leg cramps at night. Balance starts to feel less stable. You feel more anxious or have trouble sleeping. These aren't just signs of getting older. They're classic indicators of low D3 levels, and they're more common than you think. A study from the University of Birmingham found that seniors who took 800 IU of D3 daily saw leg Strength increased by nearly 20% in just a few weeks. Another study in China showed seniors who combined a D3 supplement with light exercise gained noticeable strength and balance. Research from Harvard's Geriatric Center found that older adults with low D3 were 40% more likely to fall than those with healthy levels. That's not just a number. That's your independence, your mobility, your quality of life. How does vitamin D3 work in your body? It improves calcium absorption, supporting strong bones. It enhances nerve signals so your muscles respond faster. It prevents muscle atrophy, which happens silently as we age. It reduces inflammation that can slow you down. And it strengthens muscle fibers, helping your body move with less pain and more ease. When your D3 levels are where they should be, your whole body works better, and it shows in your steps, your confidence, and your energy. So how much D3 do you need? Experts recommend 800 to 1,000 IU per day for healthy adults over 60. For those who've had a fall, feel frail, or have a history of joint or bone issues, 500 to 2. 0 IU daily may be appropriate. Take it in the morning or with your first meal that includes healthy fats like eggs, salmon, or olive oil, which help with absorption. Avoid taking it late in the day, as it may affect your sleep. Can you get enough from food alone? Unfortunately, it's tough. A serving of fish provides around 500 IU. One egg gives only 40 IU. A glass of fortified milk offers about 100 IU. You'd have to eat quite a bit of fish eggs and dairy every single day to reach even the minimum recommended dose, and most seniors simply don't. That's why supplements are often necessary. You should consider a D3 supplement if you are over 60, spend little time outside, have had falls or feel unsteady, live with joint pain or osteoporosis, or eat a low dairy or plant-based diet. D3 is generally very safe, but more isn't always better. Long-term high doses above 4,000 IU daily can lead to headaches, constipation, nausea, kidney stones, or irregular heartbeat in rare cases. Stick with the recommended dose and talk to your doctor if you have any existing kidney or liver conditions. It might sound simple, but restoring your D3 levels can reactivate your body's power switch. You may feel lighter on your feet, stand up more easily, and move with greater confidence, all within just a few days or weeks. In the next part of this series, we'll explore vitamin B12, the nerve vitamin that helps your legs listen to your brain and improves coordination, balance, and memory. If you found this helpful, please like this video, subscribe to Golden Health 365, and share it with someone who could use a boost in their step. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Have you tried vitamin D3 before? What changes did you notice? Let's now talk about another essential nutrient that plays a powerful role in your leg strength, coordination, and balance: vitamin B12. You might have heard that B12 helps with memory or energy, and that's true. But what many people don't realize is that vitamin B12 is also critical for keeping your legs strong and your body balanced. That's because B12 helps your brain and muscles talk to each other. It's a key nutrient for your nervous system, especially the nerves that control movement and sensation in your legs and feet. When B12 levels are low, that connection starts to weaken, and the symptoms often show up in your lower body first, even before you notice memory problems. So what does a B12 deficiency feel like? You might experience tingling, burning, or numbness in your feet. Your legs may feel weak or unsteady, especially when you're standing or walking. It can feel like your legs are asleep or like they aren't responding properly. You might also find yourself needing to hold onto furniture for balance, even on flat ground. Some people begin walking more cautiously, feeling unsure of their footing. Others experience more subtle symptoms: slight memory lapses, mild depression, brain fog. or just not feeling as sharp or steady as usual. These signs are often dismissed as normal aging. But in many cases, they're the result of a simple and correctable B12 deficiency. Why is this so common in older adults? There are two main reasons. First, as we age, our stomachs produce less acid, which makes it harder to absorb B12 from food. This is especially true if you take medications like omeprazole, ranitidine, or other acid blockers. Second, B12 is found mostly in animal-based foods like meat, eggs, fish, and dairy. If you follow a vegetarian or low-meat diet, you may not be getting enough, no matter how healthy your meals seem. Even if you do eat these foods, your body may not absorb enough due to digestive changes that come with age. That's why B12 deficiency is one of the most overlooked yet widespread issues in people over 60. Let's look at what the science says. In a study from Oxford University, seniors over 65 with low B12 levels walked more slowly, had poorer balance, and were more than twice as likely to fall within the following year compared to those with normal levels. Another clinical trial published in the Journal of Gerontology gave older adults a daily B12 supplement between 1 to 2 milligrams for 8 weeks. Participants reported better balance, stronger lower body movement, and fewer falls. So how does B12 actually work in the body? B12 helps create and maintain the myelin sheath, a protective covering around your nerves. This sheath helps electrical signals travel smoothly from your brain to your muscles. It also helps your body produce red blood cells which carry oxygen to your muscles, and supports energy metabolism, keeping your legs strong and responsive. When your B12 levels are too low, those signals become slow and weak. Muscles misfire or don't respond properly. You might feel like your legs aren't listening to you, and that's because, in a way, they aren't. So who's most at risk? If you're over 60, your risk already increases. But you're especially vulnerable if you take acid-blocking medications, follow a low-meat or plant-based diet, have diabetes and take metformin, have digestive conditions like gastritis or IBS, drink alcohol regularly, have had weight loss surgery or gastrointestinal procedures. If you're otherwise healthy, you could be at risk. Many seniors are walking around with symptoms of B12 deficiency without realizing it. Sometimes the signs are subtle. You might not have numbness or tingling, but you drop things more often, feel clumsy, or struggle with fatigue that doesn't go away. Maybe your feet buzz or ache at night, or you just don't feel as sharp as you used to. The good news is that you can recover quickly once you identify the deficiency and take action. So what's the right dose of vitamin B12? For most older adults, a daily supplement of 500 to 1,000 micrograms mcg of methylcobalamin, the active form of B12, is safe and effective. Methylcobalamin is especially important because it's already in the form your body can use, with no conversion needed. This is ideal for seniors whose ability to convert B12 declines with age. You'll find it in chewables, sublingual tablets that dissolve under your tongue, sprays, and lozenges. These formats are easy to take and help with fast absorption. When should you take it? Take B12 in the morning or early afternoon, ideally with food. Avoid taking it with coffee or tea since caffeine can interfere with absorption. Can you get enough from food alone? In theory, yes, but in practice, it's very difficult. For example, 3 ounces of beef liver contains about 70 mcg of B12. 3 ounces of salmon provides about 4.5 mcg. 1 large egg has only 0.5 mcg. A cup of milk gives you just 1 mcg. That means you'd have to eat a lot of animal products every day to meet your needs. And many seniors aren't eating enough of those foods or aren't absorbing them efficiently. That's why a supplement is often the more practical choice. Is B12 safe? Absolutely. It's a water-soluble vitamin, which means your body excretes any excess through urine. Even high doses are generally considered safe. However, if you're on blood thinners or have chronic kidney disease, you should consult your doctor first. For most healthy older adults, B12 is one of the safest and most effective ways to restore energy, nerve function, and mobility. And many seniors notice results quickly. Once their B12 levels are restored, they report feeling more steady when walking, less numbness or tingling in their feet, greater leg strength, more restful sleep, a brighter mood, and clearer focus. When your brain and body are back in sync, you feel more confident in your steps and in yourself. So if you've been struggling with unsteady legs, unusual sensations, or mental fog, don't ignore it. Get your B12 checked. Give your nerves what they've been waiting for. In the next section, we'll talk about the final missing piece: vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, a powerful nutrient that gives your muscles the energy they need to move with strength and ease. Before we move on, let us know in the comments if you've ever taken B12. What changes did you feel? And if you're finding this helpful, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Golden Health 365 so you never miss our practical tips for healthy aging. We're here to support your strength one step at a time. Now that you've learned how vitamin D3 powers your muscles and bones, and how vitamin B12 reconnects your nerves and balance, there's one final piece to this puzzle: vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. Think of D3 as the switch that turns your system back on. B12 is the signal line between your brain and muscles. But without thiamine, there's no fuel running through that system. That's because thiamine is what your body uses to convert food, especially carbohydrates, into usable energy. It plays a central role in producing ATP, which is the energy source your muscles need to function. And since your legs have some of the largest muscles in your body, they need a steady, reliable stream of energy just to help you stand, walk, or climb stairs. When your thiamine levels are low, even small movements can feel tiring. You might notice that your legs feel heavy, weak, or as if you're dragging them. You may get winded, easily feel lightheaded, or just lack the motivation to move. These are common, often misunderstood signs of low vitamin B1, especially in adults over 60. Many people say, "I feel fine when I wake up, but the moment I try to walk or do something, I wear out fast." That's not in your head. It could be your muscles running on empty. Why does B1 deficiency happen more often as we age? There are a few reasons. First, absorption declines. As we get older, our digestive systems simply don't pull thiamine from food as efficiently. Second, certain medications flush B1 from the body. Common drugs like diuretics, often prescribed for high blood pressure or heart conditions, cause you to lose thiamine in your urine. Medications like metformin or long-term antibiotics may also lower B1 levels. Third, even moderate alcohol use can interfere with thiamine absorption. That includes wine, beer, or cocktails, things many people enjoy occasionally, without realizing they affect vitamin levels. Fourth, a low thiamine diet is surprisingly common. Many processed foods have had B1 removed, and seniors who don't eat enough whole grains, legumes, or lean proteins may not be getting what they need. What does the science say? A 2021 study from Tokyo University tested 300 older adults. Over 30% were found to have low thiamine levels, and those with the lowest levels reported the worst leg strength, the most fatigue, and the greatest difficulty climbing stairs. But here's the uplifting part. After just a few days of thiamine supplementation, many participants showed noticeable improvements in walking distance, endurance, and muscle pain. Another study in the Journal of Neurological Sciences gave older adults with persistent legs Fatigue 100 milligrams of thiamine daily. Within 1 week, 82% said they had better stamina, and 68% reported reduced leg heaviness and pain with no side effects reported. So how exactly does thiamine support your legs? It drives the Krebs cycle, your body's primary way of producing cellular energy. Without enough B1, this process slows down, and your muscles struggle to generate power. Second, B1 helps maintain nerve conduction, especially in the peripheral nerves that reach down into your legs and feet. In simple terms, without B1, it's like trying to drive a car with no gas. Everything's in working order, but nothing moves. How much thiamine do you need? The general recommendation is 1.1 milligram per day for women and 1.2 milligram for men. But for therapeutic support, especially for older adults experiencing symptoms, doctors often suggest higher doses, typically 50 to 100 milligrams daily for a few weeks. Because thiamine is water-soluble, your body excretes any excess through your urine, making it safe even at higher doses. Just be sure to speak with your doctor if you're taking medications or managing a chronic health condition. When should you take it? The best time to take thiamine is in the morning, with a meal that includes whole grains or protein. Avoid taking it with alcohol, coffee, or black tea, as they can interfere with absorption. Can you get enough from food? Yes, but it takes some planning. Here are a few good sources of vitamin B1. Whole grains like brown rice and oats. Legumes, such as lentils and beans. Sunflower seeds. Pork and organ meats like liver. The challenge is that most seniors don't eat enough of these foods consistently, and even when they do, age or medication can reduce how much thiamine is absorbed. That's why many older adults benefit from a simple daily supplement. Who should consider taking thiamine? You may want to have your B1 levels checked, or consider a supplement if you have type 2 diabetes. Take diuretics or acid blocking medications. Experience muscle fatigue with light activity. Drink alcohol more than a few times a week. Have had unexplained weight loss or a drop in appetite. Feel unusually tired or mentally foggy. Even after rest, many seniors who've added thiamine to their routines report feeling a difference. In just 3 to 5 days, their legs feel lighter. Walking and climbing stairs becomes easier. They feel more alert, motivated, and energized. The desire to move comes back naturally, not as a chore, but as a joy. It's like adding fuel to an engine that's been sputtering for too long. So while thiamine may not be as well known as vitamin D3 or B12, it plays a crucial role in energy and muscle recovery, especially for older adults dealing with weakness or fatigue. The bottom line, don't overlook B1 if you've been feeling drained, weighed down, or disconnected from your own body. Sometimes the simplest nutrients can make the biggest difference. Next, we'll explore how to combine all 3 vitamins, D3, B12, and B1 for the best results, and share a practical routine you can follow at home. It's not complicated. It's about timing, food pairing, and consistency. Before we continue, let us know in the comments if you've ever experienced muscle fatigue or leg heaviness, and whether you've tried thiamine, and if this content is helping you feel more confident about your health. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Golden Health 365. You're not just getting older, you're getting smarter about your body. Now that you know how vitamin D3 strengthens your bones and muscles, vitamin B12 restores nerve communication, and vitamin B1 fuels your energy, it's time to bring it all together. The question now is, how can you combine these 3 vitamins in the most effective and safe way to regain leg strength, balance, and confidence? The answer is simple. It comes down to timing, consistency, and smart food pairing. Let's start with when to take each vitamin for maximum absorption and benefit. Take vitamin D3 in the morning, ideally right after breakfast. Since D3 is a fat-soluble vitamin, it's absorbed best when eaten with healthy fats like eggs, yogurt, or a small piece of avocado. Morning is also ideal because D3 can sometimes affect sleep if taken too late in the day. Take vitamin B12 around midday or early afternoon. It supports alertness and focus, so it's better to avoid taking it too close to bedtime. You can take it with lunch. Just make sure to avoid drinking coffee or black tea around the same time, as these can interfere with absorption. Take vitamin B1 thiamine with your first meal of the day. It's water-soluble and helps your muscles create energy. So starting your day with it can improve stamina and reduce leg fatigue throughout the day. Here's a simple example of how your day might look. Breakfast: a small bowl of Greek yogurt, 1 boiled egg, a slice of whole grain toast, a vitamin D3 capsule, and a thiamine tablet. Lunch: steamed vegetables, grilled salmon or tofu, brown rice, and a B12 tablet, sublingual or chewable. Dinner: keep it light. No need to add extra supplements here, unless advised by your healthcare provider. When taken this way, each vitamin works in harmony, supporting your body's natural rhythms and helping you feel stronger, more energized, and more steady on your feet. But what if you're already taking a multivitamin? Multivitamins can be helpful, but you need to read the label carefully. Many senior formulas don't contain enough of these 3 essential nutrients. For example, they may only include 400 IU of D3, which is too low to be effective for most older adults. They might contain a less absorbable form of B12 instead of methylcobalamin, or not enough to restore low levels. Some don't include thiamine at all, or include it in such a small amount that it won't help if you're deficient. If you take a multivitamin, make sure it meets your daily needs for these 3 vitamins. And remember, fat-soluble and water-soluble vitamins absorb differently. So always take your multivitamin with food, never on an empty stomach. You might be wondering, is more better? Not necessarily. Even though these are natural nutrients, taking more than you need doesn't mean faster results. In fact, it can cause unwanted side effects over time, especially if you go far above recommended doses. For example, too much vitamin D3 above $4,000 IU per day long-term can cause headaches, high calcium levels, kidney stones, or stomach issues. Excess vitamin B6, sometimes found in high-dose B-complex supplements, can cause numbness or nerve tingling if taken for too long. Overuse of supplements without medical guidance can interfere with medications or stress the liver and kidneys, especially in people with pre-existing conditions. So always start with the recommended amount. And check with your doctor or pharmacist if you're unsure. A simple blood test once or twice a year can help make sure your levels are where they should be. Safety tips to keep in mind: never double up on your dose unless directed by a medical professional. Talk to your doctor before starting supplements if you have kidney or liver disease, or if you're taking blood thinners, heart medication, or diabetes drugs. Watch out for changes in how you feel, especially new symptoms that start after adding a supplement. That's your body trying to tell you something. Keep track of your energy, sleep, strength, and coordination. Even small improvements over time are a sign your body is responding. So let's recap for a moment. If your legs have been feeling weak, unsteady, or tired, it's not just aging. It's often a treatable nutrient deficiency. And we've seen how Vitamin D3 strengthens your bones, improves muscle contraction, and boosts your balance. Vitamin B12 restores nerve communication, prevents falls, and improves mental clarity. Vitamin B1 thiamine fuels your muscles and brings back energy and drive. These three vitamins form a powerful team. When taken correctly, they can revive your strength balance and independence, often within just a few weeks. But here's the most important part: you have to take the first step. Don't wait until you need help standing up or climbing stairs. Start now. Whether it's asking your doctor about your vitamin levels, adjusting your supplement routine, or simply making breakfast a little more nutrient-rich, small changes make a big difference. And remember, you're not alone. There's a growing community of older adults who are reclaiming their mobility energy and confidence step by step. Many have shared stories about feeling more stable when walking, regaining sensation in their feet, and rediscovering the joy of movement, all by paying attention to these three simple nutrients. If you've ever taken D3, B12, or B1, we'd love to hear your experience. What changes did you notice in your strength or balance? Was there a moment when you felt like your legs were coming back to life? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. If this video helped you, please like it, subscribe to Golden Health 365, and share it with a friend or loved one who could use a little extra strength in their step. Your body still has so much potential. With the right support, it's never too late to move more freely, stand taller, and feel more like yourself again. Take care of your body, fuel your legs, and keep going one strong, confident step at a time.